These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Hey, weirdos. I'm Alaina.
I'm Ash.
And I'm Ronnie.
And I'm Ben.
And this is Morbid.
Mashup Morbid.
It's Morbid. I don't know how to mash those two up.
The Morbid
I was going to
mash.
try to.
Watch What Morbid.
It's Watch What Mappens.
Watch What Morbids.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Makes
Who
perfect
knows?
sense.
We tried.
We have special guests with us today. We have Ben Mandelker and Ronnie Karam from Watch What Crappens.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you
Hi,
guys
Ronnie.
so
Hi,
much for
Ben.
having us.
Thanks for having us.
Hi, Alaina. Hi, Ash.
You are always welcome here. I think everybody who's listened has heard us both recommend Watch What Crappens probably a zillion times.
Probably
during this
from the
podcast.
beginning
Yeah.
of the show.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Literally.
you guys so much for doing that. We love your show. I love murders, and I've gotten really addicted to listening to your show.
I love that.
That
Jinx.
I love that.
Love that.
Love that.
Honestly, I love that. Your show is that thing where everybody's like, what do you guys do to stop like thinking about these horrific murders and like bring yourself back into like a happy place? And I'm like, I listen to Watch What Crappens.
I just watch
What Crappens.
I recommend that to all.
Well, yeah, it's funny because to stop from thinking about like the darkness of the housewives, I watch murder shows constantly. So this is not
Wow.
weird.
It's a
It's like
cycle.
it's a
It's a
weird
different
circle.
kind of darkness.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful cycle. I often pitch the show. I say, when people say, what's our podcast about? I'm like, it's a thing that makes you not think about grisly death. You know? It's,
Yes.
it's that sort of distraction.
That's the tagline. Watch What Crappens will make you forget about grisly murders.
Make that your new description.
Watch what
on
crappens.
Apple.
No one dies.
Until it drives you back to the
promise.
murders.
Except almost Lisa Rinna's mother.
Yes.
Yes. which we just talked about. We have not covered that serial killer yet, but now we have to.
Now
What
we're
was
gonna
his
do that
name?
like next week. David Carpenter.
Yeah, almost murdered Lisa Rinner's mom.
Yeah.
Rinner's.
Rinner.
Lisa Rinner's mom.
Yeah.
That was like a
yeah,
reverse
the
Boston
trailside
accent.
killer killed people on hiking trails, which is just so rude. I mean, murder is rude in
is.
general, but like, I'm extra. Do you know how hard it was for me to get out there and exercise in the first damn place?
Yeah, right?
Seriously.
And then you're going to murder me about it?
Yeah.
It's also so cliche, right? It's like, I don't know if I want to go out on
Yeah.
that trail because what if there's a murderer there? And everyone's like, there's no murderer. And then the trailside murderer is like, I actually think I'm going to do that. I will murder someone
It's
on
like,
the
I am
trail. I'll do
here.
that.
Not only that, I'm going to make it my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the trailside murderer now.
Yeah. Like make
Lame.
it more convenient for me if you're going to kill me, like a treadmill murder, you know? Or
You won't
you
catch
go.
me there.
And you're not expecting anyone there.
No, never.
So
Yeah.
that would be better.
Not even expecting myself there.
Really ruined trails.
Honestly. Well, today, unfortunately, we're not talking about the trailside killer, but we are going to talk about other killers. And today we are going to do something a little different. And hopefully everybody's not like,
You're probably usually
But-
like, anyways.
but we decided we were going to do something just like weird and spooky. And I'm also going to bring you down for a minute. So like, just get ready.
It's like
But
your
I'll-
job.
I'll like try to bring you up a little bit. I don't know. I can't promise anything. But what we are going to do is talk about 4 songs that most people probably have heard, especially one. One is like very popular. And these songs were written based off of true crime events or just really like weird, spooky, creepy events. And we're just going to talk about the real case. We're going to talk about the song. And we're going to talk about how weird it is that people write songs about murders.
Yay.
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 I think it'll be fun.
Music and murder.
Morbid the musical.
Exactly.
Ooh,
Once
like
more with
that.
feeling.
Yes.
I'll just stake it. So the first one we're going to talk about is the one that I think everybody's at least going to remember the song. If you hear the song and you go to your Spotify and listen to it, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, that song. It's The Way by Fastball. It's like a really upbeat song.
Yeah.
Kind of summery.
It is summery.
You
I was
know?
listening to it the other day after you brought it up, and I was like, ooh. And then I was like, oh, wait.
Oh,
Hold on.
Yeah, I was just listening to it in the car very recently, and I was like, oh, this song. I actually bought that CD in 1998. I have the
Amazing.
Fastball CD, and I pretty much bought it for that song. That was back in the day when, like, pre-MP3, where my rubric was that if I liked 2 songs, I would buy the CD. And I actually liked The Way
was
so
usually me
much, I
too.
bought the whole CD based on that one song.
On
You
one
broke your
single.
rule.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a bop, this song. And it's one of those, I'm not really a big lyrics listener in general. Like, I never know the lyrics to songs, and I get them wrong all the
same.
time. So this one, the second I heard it for this, I was like, oh my God, I love this song. How is this about 2
What?
old people wandering off and dying in their car? Like, how is that? You tricked me. Like, we're all walking around like, da 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 da
Oh,
da da da.
It's true. It's so true.
It's
And
so
those lyrics
true.
are so infectious. There's an article about the song. I don't know if you guys saw it in your research, but there's an article from actually 2 years ago that's sort of commemorating like the 20-year or anniversary of the song. And it's telling about the history, but it intersplices it with the lyrics. And as you read
Yes,
the
I saw
lyrics,
that.
you just know exactly the lyrics. Like those lyrics,
Yes.
you're like, oh, I know
You're like,
exactly what part of the song that is, because the lyrics just get into your head.
Oh.
And when you first listened to it, you were like, oh, cool. It's like a song about 2 people who are just like, forget about it. We're
Let's
going to go
get
on the
away.
open road and forget about our lives and
Yeah.
everything's going to be great. And you're like, wow, fun. Except I never listened to the one part of the song where it says their children woke up and they couldn't find them. And I was like, whoa,
Yeah, it
how
makes
did I
it a
miss
little
that?
dark.
Like, you had children and you just abandoned them?
My problem is
Yeah,
that I recite lyrics. I can sing lyrics, but I don't actually pay attention to them. So I just like blindly, I'm like, their children woke up and they started crying. I'm like, ha ha ha. But I'm not actually thinking like
like,
their
yeah.
children woke up and started crying. Like, wait, what?
Yeah. That never hit me until now.
Yeah, but also, like, that's what children do. So it's like, who cares? It's still a bop. It's like the children wake up, they're crying, but the parents are drunk on the lawn having fun. Like, that's what it sounds
Yeah.
fun, But then to find out it's about this It's about an 88-year-old and an 83-year-old couple, one with Alzheimer's, one who just had brain surgery. They go to some fair in Salado, Texas, and then just disappear and are found 2 weeks later dead in their car. I mean, you guys, I get that we have to make things sexier for entertainment, but what if their children woke up and couldn't find them? They're 88 and 83.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know. I was thinking that too when we were just talking about that. It's like, well, they woke up like in their own homes.
Yes,
Exactly. Which
they were just crying because their marriages were falling apart. Had nothing to do with their parents being missing.
They were like in cribs, like being like, "Mama,
where
Dada."
are you?
Yeah.
You know, like, it was
I
a little
need you
less
to
bleak.
literally survive. It is. It's still bleak, but like in a different bleak way.
They were trying to make it bleaker than bleak.
It's more about the emptiness of their lives.
Exactly.
It's even bleaker. It's like your
It
50-year-old
truly
child
is.
wakes up crying.
It's so
That's a
true.
bigger story going on.
It's a totally different bleakness.
It is.
Well, the real story is it's like I don't remember this happening at all, but apparently it was like nationwide news. Like this was a big deal when they were missing. And their names were Layla and Raymond Howard. And like you
Layla.
said,
So
Layla was
cute.
83 and Howard was 88. They lived in Texas. They had both been married for like a really long time before finding each other. But both of their spouses had passed away. And I think it had been like a decade between them losing their spouses and them meeting each other. So they had a decade of like just hanging
Like
And-
before they met, you
before
mean?
they met each other.
Gotcha.
And they met in 1986 at church. And they
Cute.
fell in love and they got married that same year.
Cute.
And Raymond had recently undergone brain surgery. I think he had had a stroke and he had been in like a small car wreck that he had gotten some kind of brain injury. And Layla was showing a lot of signs that she was suffering from like Alzheimer's or some kind of dementia. There was definitely some memory loss going on. And since Raymond was going through the brain surgery trauma, he was having memory loss. So their family was getting a little concerned about them driving, but
I think I would.
and they tried. They would hide their keys sometimes, but then they said that they respected them so much and this upset them, so they didn't want to like. And it's kind of like a fine line you have to walk.
If
I
you're
feel.
going to hide the keys, at that point,
is.
just take the keys.
No, they don't stop, because you kind of become a little kid again. We took my grandpa's keys away because he was just literally running into everything. And, he still had his wits about him, but he was just
Yeah.
old. I mean, he was in his mid-80s. And, of course, he didn't want to do it. He was like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. My old Lebanese grandpa. And we took him away. He would go through everyone's shit to find his keys. And sometimes it seemed like he was doing, like, trying to hit things because sorry, that turned on
getting
my
his anger
Amazon
out
for
today.
some reason. Shut up.
Amazon's like, can I get you a
She's
bumper?
And it's a monologue. When she comes on and she starts like, oh, by the way, if you need this,
And
this,
you're
or
like,
this.
why?
Yes.
But yeah,
are you telling
it
me
becomes a
this?
thing. And then in this story, they had been stopped a couple of times by the cops in Arkansas because their kids
Yes.
think they missed an exit or something, so they just kept
Yep.
driving all the way to Arkansas. And I mean, listen, if you ever need somewhere to live.
This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place. Let's talk about bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, and it doesn't have to be that way. But with SoFi's high-yield checkings and savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit. No account or overdraft fees. We love transparency. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, plus get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi checking and savings at SoFi.com/morbid. SoFi checking and savings is offered through SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms apply. Do you remember in school when you just knew that your teacher had a favorite of everything? They would always use the same blue dry erase marker when they wrote on the board, or they would talk nonstop about their favorite element during science. I had a teacher once that literally had a favorite brand of marker. She would only write with specific markers, and if another marker ended up in her classroom, she was TO'd. And honestly, I was probably her favorite student because at the end of the year, I got her that specific brand of marker. Let's talk about their real favorite thing, though. Their favorite tissue brand. Kleenex. According to Teacher List, they are the #1 facial tissue trusted by teachers. Kleenex Ultra Soft tissues are silky soft to help prevent skin irritation, and now you can take them anywhere with Kleenex Snap and Go. I absolutely love Kleenex Snap and Go. It's so perfect to have that in your car. I had a cold last week and I was just, honey, my nose was a faucet. I hate to do this to you, but it was disgusting. Drew literally came out of our garage with like 15 of the Kleenex Snap and Goes, and I put those in my glove compartment, and honey, they were easy access. It was so nice knowing that I didn't have to blow my nose into like an old wrapper that I had. Ew. So do the best thing for your kids' teachers and stock up on the ultimate classroom favorite. Maybe it'll make them their teacher's favorite student. They definitely have a favorite. Don't even get me started because, again, you know it was me. For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
And you like to drink and drive, go to Arkansas. Because they got pulled over 2 times.
Twice.
And the cops were like, you're fine.
You're free to go.
And they were only supposed to be going 15 minutes down the road this day. 15 minutes down the road. It was like a 10-mile drive. It was to this like Pioneer Day festival thing that they went to every single year. And their family was like, I think it was their son was like, hey, I can drive you and like drop you off and I will absolutely come get you later. Like maybe we should do that. But Layla was like, we do this every year. I can do it. Like, don't worry. I'm going to drive.
That hurts my heart.
I know. So they
Yeah.
let them go because, I mean, I don't have like super elderly parents like in their like 80s with
Right.
Alzheimer's. So I can't imagine what it's like to have to be like, hey, mom and dad, like you can't go. I have to bring you.
It's like such a weird role reversal.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
They
It's
probably
like-
weren't ready
And it like
for that.
feels disrespectful.
I know. It must be such a strange place to be in.
Yeah.
And so they
I
were
can't
like,
wait.
nope, we're going to go.
Doesn't that sound
Yeah.
great? To be
Woohoo.
like, oh, my turn. No, you are not going out right now, young lady. You gotta get your butt back in your bedroom.
Oh, I'm actually excited for that maybe a little bit. They wouldn't let me go anywhere.
You're going to pay it back.
Yeah,
The
right? Be
rebel
like,
kids'
no, no, no.
revenge.
Except at this point, they're like, we don't want to go anywhere. So
Yeah,
it's cool.
exactly. That's fine, Ash.
You're like, you have to go out. Go do something. So yeah, they went off in Layla's Oldsmobile. She was driving because she had become like the primary driver at this point, especially after his accident.
Yes.
But like she was still going through it, so it wasn't awesome. Usually they came home around 3 p.m. on the days that they went to this festival, but 5 p.m. came around 8 p.m. Nothing was happening. They didn't hear from them. So they immediately called the police because their family was like, what could be happening right now? So the news was everywhere. This went out everywhere. And
Except Arkansas.
I was just going to say, that's what's crazy to me is it's like, it kept saying in all the sources I was reading, like, this was nationwide news. It was everywhere. They were
Not
like,
Arkansas.
helicopters were searching for them. And it's like, but these 2 Arkansas cops are like, hey, guys.
I think we might have seen those peeps.
Hey, what you doing?
Did anyone ask them where they were going? That's my question, right? Like if they were,
did.
but like if they were supposed to have gotten off the like at an exit, if the theory is that they missed an exit, but then kept on driving, don't you think that like the police officers might have said something like, "Hey, where are you going?" And they're like, "Oh, certain town in Texas," and they'd say, "Oh, turn around." Like I'm
Yep.
wondering what is happening there.
Well,
Right.
funny you say that because one of the cops that stopped them said they did seem a bit disoriented, which is like if you stop an elderly couple who is disoriented, like maybe call someone. I don't find family. Like do
I don't know what the
something.
protocol is for that, but there should be one.
But it doesn't seem like you like pat them on the ass and send them on their way. Is the correct
But,
protocol
guys,
there.
you have to remember, it was Pioneer Day. Okay?
It was
And
Pioneer
there were
Day.
probably
That's
loads
true.
of older people like drunk on the roads, you know? And
That's very true.
it was probably down to that, like, oh, it's another drunk, frisky old couple again that we're
You
pulling
know.
over, you know? Like, are your eyes crossing? Good. Get yourself home.
You're
You'll be
good.
fine.
You
It's
can
like
get
there's 5 tree branches and a stop sign wedged into your fender, but we think you're good to go.
Well, it was the second cop that stopped them because I guess they didn't have their headlights on, so that's why he pulled them over. And he talked to them, and he said that, first of all, he said that Layla in particular was so gentle and seemed like his own grandma.
Oh,
which
stop
I was
right
like,
now.
Oh, okay, just rip my heart out of my chest.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
That's grandma privilege right there.
And she said,
Oh, I can't wait for that. Right?
she said that they were trying to get to Texas, but even that to him wasn't like cause for concern. Like you should go back there because he also was like, "Hey, where are you from?" And she was like, "I don't know."
Oh,
And he was like, "Oh, okay,
cool. Just get back on
that's
the road
fine."
with your
And he
vehicle
flicked on their
a
headlights,
highway.
and we're like, "Just
God,
get
no
back that way."
kidding.
She
Yeah.
said she didn't know where she was from.
Bless her
like
heart.
that should have ding, ding, ding.
And
like
did you say
something.
he flicked on the headlights?
He flicked on her headlights for her and was like, oh, there you go. Like, try, I guess that was like,
Let me help you out there, man.
here you go.
Let me not just like drive you to where you're supposed to
Give
go.
me a
Well,
shot.
stuff, in his defense, which I don't know why I am, just for fun.
go on.
Devil's
Things
advocate.
were very different back then, as
Yeah.
far
And,
as like,
you know?
it was a headlight you had to actually switch on. It's not like now you get on and
Yeah.
everything turns on, and then if you don't have your
That's
seatbelt,
true.
it's like ding, 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 ding.
It wasn't the automatic headlights that go on.
Right. If you miss your exit, your car's like, idiot, make a U-turn. Idiot, make
Yeah.
a U-turn. Like back then you had to
It's
have
true.
maps and memory and
It just seems like
Yeah.
people get arrested for far less than
Mm-hmm.
than what these couple like. There are certain people
One
in this
might
world
say.
who, if they have one fraction of those things that they do on their on their pullover, it's not going to end in the same way.
They would take a little more time. little more time.
Yeah, they definitely would.
Well, this actually later made that particular department do like a whole overhaul
Yeah,
of
good.
how
I
would
they
hope.
dealt with like impaired elderly drivers, because they were like, yeah, this shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, like literally they need a protocol. I think I said
this
that.
could have stopped there.
Yeah.
They
Right.
would have found them. They would have contacted the family, and they wouldn't have let them drive again. So the family found out about this. They did find out that 2 cops stopped them because they were getting like sightings of them throughout Arkansas. So now they're like, what the hell is going on?
Oh my god, imagine being their kids.
Yeah, but they're getting like hope now because they're like, okay, they're alive. Like
Right.
they're just tooting through Arkansas. And I guess Layla also had like family in Arkansas, so they were like, maybe she's trying to find them. I don't know. They made like a lot of different drives to Arkansas themselves to try to look for them. They couldn't find them. 11 different states were looking for them at one point. They were spotted at a farmer's market together in
Well,
Arkansas,
that's
so they
just
must have
adorable.
stopped.
That's
You're
Isn't
ruining
that
me.
adorable? Right?
Yeah.
I
listen.
know,
If you
I'm
can go off in
sorry.
a blaze of glory, get some fresh produce.
This was really going to take Ash for a ride.
Yeah, my heart.
But yeah, they couldn't find them. Then 13 days after they went missing, 2 young boys in Hot Springs, Arkansas were walking home from a video store, and they smelled something very strong while they were walking by a cliff that led to like a ravine and a creek. They went home, straight home, and they told their parents. They were like,
They didn't see
something's
anything.
weird. They didn't see
Oh,
anything.
good.
Because this place was also searched at one point, but police couldn't see because it was such thick brush that they might have already been down there and they didn't know because they had already searched.
You know, I mean, this
But
is
look
one,
how-
this is one of the benefits of rural areas, because if you're in Los Angeles
Yeah.
and you walk by something that has a crazy smell like that, you're like, well, it's Thursday.
right, but it also shows the difference in like how much the police pay attention and how much the parents pay attention, because the police are like, oh, these 2 people are kind of out of it, lost, don't have their headlights on,
Probably
nothing
fine.
fishy here. But the kids come home and say, Mom, the creek smells weird. Well, of course the creek smells weird, but the parents have more foresight to be like, maybe there's a crime.
Exactly.
Right.
And they did. They called the police because they were like, maybe someone should just go check. I don't know. So the police showed up, and at the bottom of a 25-foot cliff, they found Layla and Raymond's Oldsmobile.
Oh god.
There were no skid marks leading to the cliff. Like, so there was no break happening. They just sailed right off.
So
the
maybe
cliff.
she thought she was just going down like a rural road.
They think that maybe because they also think they were going about 50 miles per hour.
Oh, wow.
They could tell. So they think that she either didn't see the cliff and just sailed right off of it, or maybe thought it was a turn, or maybe something happened that she became impaired to the point where it just
Oh, that
veered
gives me
off.
chills too to like picture that.
Yeah, and Raymond seemingly had passed away like pretty quick. He was in the passenger seat, still in the passenger seat. She, however, had left the vehicle and had managed to walk a very short distance before collapsing and passing away. And from
bless her
things I
heart.
read, she was still like holding the keys and everything.
Oh
like,
my god.
yeah.
Wow, this is terrible.
They
Why
had-
did they write a song about this?
They had traveled more than 400 miles away from their home. 400 miles in 13 days.
and they
like,
were supposed to go 15 minutes away.
15 minutes
it's a wrong
away.
turn. It's like such a sad ending to this story, because it sort of has a
is.
whimsical quality to it.
It does.
Does, which is
Like
why they wrote the
farmer's
song, I
market,
think.
Pioneer stop.
And it's just like they're just cruising through and like
Just
seems like
vibing.
everything's just vibing together in the
Old
car.
vibes.
Yeah, but it's just like, and then it ends and you're like, womp.
Yeah.
Like, it's
a
just
huge
like,
womp
aw.
at the end.
Like, that's not how I wanted it to end for them. The only thing that their grandkids and their children said that, like, they were glad they were together
Yeah.
when that happened. Like, it wasn't just one or the other.
But I hate
still,
that
it's
she was
like,
alone
oh,
for like even a minute,
even
like
a
walking
second.
around.
Yeah.
All I can hope is that like she didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I would hope.
It must have been also
Yeah.
so
Now-
startling, right? I mean, have you ever been driving in a
Going
branch
off a
falls-
cliff?
Yeah.
I
know
would
it's sort of a
imagine
hot
that
take,
start-
I know, but
A little bit.
But yeah, the
Definitely
lyrics, anyone can see that the road that they walk on is paved in gold, and it's always summer. They'll never get cold. They'll never get hungry. They'll never get old and gray. Aww.
Isn't that like
Ruin me.
that part? That's what I wrote down for creepiest lyrics.
That gave me chills.
And then at the end it says you can see their shadows wandering off somewhere. They won't make it home, but they really don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. But
Like, you
but
get
maybe they
chills.
do
I actually
care.
don't find the song
Like,
creepy.
how do you know that?
Oddly enough, I don't find the
It's-
song creepy because from what I read, the song was written almost like leaning into the liberation aspect of it. Like, let's make a break for
We're
it.
just
Let's go to
getting
the
outta here.
Ozarks. And then, it sort of didn't pan out. But like, I actually feel like I think that Fastball's angle is the right one, which is, this is it. Let's just go. And, maybe it wasn't supposed to end exactly like that. But,
No.
I do feel like they probably had a fun adventure to finish it all out.
Yeah.
I feel like they did up until that point.
Well,
'Cause they
like
were
you
going to
said-
farmers markets,
Right.
you know? Yeah, they actually wrote it during the search, the 13-day search, because I think their manager had told them, because I think they were like kind of like stuck lyrically. And so their manager was like, hey, you should look at the newspaper or the news and like get inspired by things, which is like strange, but it worked.
They're like,
I guess it makes sense though.
does,
stock
it makes
market,
sense.
stock market. You're like, no, keep looking. Gas prices are up. No, keep on looking.
So Tony Scalzo, I think his name is, the lead singer of Fastball. He said, quote, he opened up the newspaper because he was like, all right, I'll do it. And he said, I looked in right away. The story sort of stuck with me. It was sort of an ongoing story, still no developments in the case of the missing couple. I just started getting these ideas. Well, maybe they don't want to be found. Maybe they're just like, they're sick of being responsible and they just want to go out and have fun, that's exactly what he wrote.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I think it was? It was the headline that so he saw this story in the Austin American Statesman newspaper, and the headline said, elderly Salado couple missing on a trip to nowhere, which I was like, that's the headline that draws.
Yeah.
That would
Like,
be very
also
inspiring.
so
Well,
I
it
would
is,
look
and
at
it's
that
also
too.
good for tourism because in Texas there probably literally is a town named nowhere because we have a
Right,
bunch.
right,
We've got
yes.
lots of little towns out here. People are like, "Hey, honey, have you checked out nowhere? Could you look that up?"
You ever been nowhere?
I feel like it's so snobby. Maybe they were going somewhere and they're like, they're going nowhere.
They're just going nowhere.
Right.
Yeah.
It's rude.
They're career
luckily,
shaming them. The paper.
Their
They're like,
family loves it.
Enjoy your trip
Which
to
is-
nowhere, old people.
Wasn't the toy box killer from Truth and Consequences?
yes, he
That's
was.
the name of the town that he was from? Yeah. An actual town named Truth and
Wow.
Consequences.
That's in New Mexico, right? Truth and
New Mexico.
Consequences?
That's what it was. I was
Yeah.
like, was that Texas? Yeah.
Close.
That name always
good.
bothered me growing up because people would be like, "Hey, we're going to go to Truth and Consequences for the weekend." It just always sounded like a game that I wasn't popular enough to be asked to play. You know?
It also sounds like really bleak. Like I don't
It
want to
really
go to Truth and
does.
Consequences.
No.
I want to go to Lies and
Who wants any
not
of that?
consequences.
Lies and no
freedom.
consequences.
Let's go to Lies and Freedom for the weekend.
Lies and irresponsibility.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Lies and
That's
no
where I'm headed.
accountability ever.
was just
New
gonna say.
Mexico.
Los Angeles.
I love it. Well, their family loves it. They think it's like a great tribute to them. I guess at first when they heard it on the radio, because it was released as a single, and they were like, hey, that kind of sounds like what happened
Oh, shit.
to mom and dad. And then they found out afterwards that it was written about their mom and dad. And they said Layla would have loved it.
Oh,
like she would
good.
have loved to be like a star as
She would have
this,
like bopped to it.
Yeah, and they said like it
Yeah.
feels like a very good tribute to them because like they like to take little trips and adventures together. So
like
it feels
that.
like it's like
Nowhere.
right to them, which I
Right.
love.
Well, and it just takes the like. I would keep saying bleak, but it just
Yeah.
takes the bleakness out of it all.
It does. It takes the darkness that definitely could be attributed with this song to
Right.
like, okay.
It makes it like I think somebody said before. It makes it whimsical.
I love that the family
like
loves
it.
it because 'cause
Yeah.
I love love, but also
I love that.
no, because I was sort of expecting the article to then tell us about some protracted legal battle, and I like that they actually were just
Right.
like, "This is so awesome that we have this song to remember Grandma and Grandpa."
A nice tribute.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And that she would have loved it. Like,
Yeah.
I love that she would have been like, that's me.
Hell yeah. And it just
I
goes to
love
show
that.
you may just think you're, on your way to some pioneer fair with, your husband. It's like another day, but you're going to be written about very shortly
Yeah.
in a pop song,
Yeah.
So keep your
Yeah.
heads up, everybody.
Live for
Look
that,
at that.
if nothing
Yeah,
else.
keep your heads up.
Fastball's listening.
They should do more
Listen,
songs
all
like
of you
that.
out there in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, just keep that in mind.
Fastball.
Next time you're
Go
having a
out there
bad
looking
day.
for
That's-
lies and
Lies
unresponsibility.
and no accountability.
Yeah.
Fastball is
On your
basically
way
like
to
the Dick
there.
Wolf of songwriters, right? They're like the
Yes.
rip from today's
They're
headlines.
officially.
Dun, dun.
They need to make like several albums that are just ripped from today's headlines.
I would love
love
that,
it.
actually.
I would too. I would listen to it.
Well, they're not getting invited to Lilith Fair.
Lilith Fair.
Lilith Fair. Now there's a crime.
Sarah McLachlan would
There,
really.
that would be a crime.
She would really have a. I would like to see her song about this because it would be
Sarah
beautiful.
McLachlan actually has a song that she wrote that I almost included on this list.
Possession.
shit.
Was it Possession?
Yes, that's about the stalker
Yeah.
that she had that sent her, and she uses pieces of the letters
a great
that he
song.
sent her in the
What song is it?
Possession.
Ooh, I don't know if I've heard that.
Oh my!
It's,
Yeah,
it's like
you definitely
really
heard it.
creepy. Read
It's-
the
I probably
lyrics.
haven't. I just don't realize it. Yeah.
We'll have to talk about that one in another because
It's
I
great.
feel like there's so many of these that I kind of want to do a part 2 at some point. Like
We should just have a series with Ronnie and Ben
We'll
called
just
like
bring you back
Hot
for
Takes
every-
on Songs.
But one, I will say this next one is like,
Womp womp.
like this one's definitely a real bummer. So get ready, everybody.
Hold on to your butts.
This is called Suffer Little Children, and it was written by Morrissey.
Morrissey's always out there just doing the
he's-
most.
He's
Yeah.
feeling a lot of feels, and he's letting us know about it.
I
But-
mean, usually I love it, but this one is whoo.
well, this one is about the Moors murders, and if you listen to Morbid, which you're here,
If you
so I
listen to
assume you do,
Morbid's 4-part series.
Yeah, I did 4 episodes on the Moors murders. So I spent like weeks like totally enveloped in those. And if you want to listen to those episodes, by the way, because I'm just going to give a quick overview of this.
Yeah.
They're 166, 167, 168, and 169.
And you will hear our mental health decline throughout all of
Yeah,
them.
you will. You will hear us have to take many a breather.
Watch many a Bravo shows and listen to
Yep.
many Watch What Crappens episodes.
Oh, we definitely recommend you guys in one of those episodes because we're like,
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna go listen to Ronnie and Ben. I gotta go.
Well, this lady, Myra Hindley, does have Dorinda hair.
She
does.
She
it
does.
out.
She also has like a kind of Dorinda-esque face, like somewhat.
I never really noticed that, but now, I hate
very
it.
She
true.
does.
I hate that.
Not
Hate
my girl,
that.
Dorin.
No, definitely not. Durin.
It's literally the same hairstyle.
It literally is.
Not even like
Same
a
color, same
joke of
everything.
it's like it's exactly the same.
It is the
Yeah.
same, yeah. And they're a
It's, like, really
terrifying
bad.
looking couple. The
They are
picture
a
on
terrifying couple.
Wikipedia of them is really scary. There's always been something scarier about couples
Yes.
murdering people. I mean,
Because
not
two
only because there's
people-
more people, like obviously it's 2 people, so that's scary, but also there's just something about couples in general. You know, like when you're single and you're
You know that feeling when you come home late from work and those puppy dog eyes just pierce right through your soul? Or when you're packing for a trip and your cat refuses to leave your suitcase? Yeah, we've all been there. Pet parent guilt is real. And you know what? It's completely normal. That's exactly why Hill's Pet Nutrition exists. They understand that being a pet parent means being human, with all of our imperfections and daily juggling acts. Hill's science-led nutrition helps you give more love than humanly possible. Whether it's those long work days or trying to balance attention between multiple pets, Hill's Pet Nutrition gets it. They've created science-based nutrition that supports your pet's lifelong health so you can feel confident even when life gets hectic. Because you're only human, there's Hill's. Science does more. Ready to let go of the guilt? Find the right food at hillspet.com/podcast. That's hillspet.com/podcast. This is a paid ad by BetterHelp. I happen to be somebody that struggles with people pleasing. So a lot of times I will build things up and up and up and up and up and then kind of get to the point where I'm like, I need to let this out to this person. Even in 2026, that stigma and just stigma in general can get in the way of a lot of things, like getting support for your mental health. Maybe you've encouraged friends to consider therapy while avoiding taking that first step yourself because you're busy. You're worried about what other people might think, or telling yourself that you should handle this all alone. But therapy with BetterHelp, the world's largest online therapy platform, can be a space to slow down and talk through what's been building before it feels unmanageable. Just take a short questionnaire to identify your needs and preferences, and BetterHelp will handle the initial therapist matching work for you. Their industry-leading match rate means BetterHelp typically gets it right the first time. Feel confident knowing BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully qualified. Don't let hesitation hold you back. Find support with BetterHelp. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/morbid. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/morbid.
Around couples, it's not all couples obviously, but there are some of those couples who are just like, oh really, and only like they only talk to each other, or they give each other these weird looks while you're there, and it's there's just something, there's always that feeling of I could be murdered.
Right? By this couple.
And it's always weird when two people
That's what I was going to say.
find each other that like this is a very niche thing they were doing.
Yeah.
Niche market.
Like abducting and murdering children.
It
Like
was.
that's niche to me.
Yeah.
And for two people in the world to find each other and be like, I like you.
Right.
Hey, do you also like to abduct and murder children? And for them to be like, yes.
Well, because that's the
that's
thing.
wild to me. Like, how
Well,
does that happen?
Right, and I feel like a lot of times it's usually one person influencing the other, like a lot more.
yeah.
And Myra tried to say that Ian was doing that to her, but I think each of them, like on their own, would have been like fucked up either way and did like fucked up
Oh, yeah.
things.
You listen to her, not that you can listen to the tape, which holy hell, I can't imagine if you could.
No thanks.
But if you listen to her on the tape of one of these murders, she's just as much into it as Ian is, and she tried to claim she wasn't until they found this
Right.
tape and they were like, what, which? And she was like, oh, whoops, I guess I was mean on that one. And it's like, oh, to a 10-year-old that you murdered? Like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I
she
hate
definitely
Myra
tried
Hindley.
the whole, you know, well, it was all him. He drugged me and he brainwashed me. But yeah, it seems like it was as much her, because this relationship was just crazy from the very
Bonkers.
beginning. I mean, my God,
Diabolical.
like the stuff they used to do on dates. Like they would go to an X-rated film and then go drink German wine at Hindley's house.
You're like,
German
what?
wine.
Casual, just Friday.
Just real casual.
Would you like to go watch an X-rated film this weekend with me? I've got some wine.
Well, and it's
Like
like,
some
the
Versa
whole...
wine or whatever it's called.
That's like a weird Tinder pickup. And you're like, I gotta go.
Who wants some Riesling and watch an X-rated movie?
They always talk about it like they're like what everything I read about them, they're like, well, Ian was so like handsome and charming, which I'm like, where? Like, what?
Right.
Show me.
That ain't
At
it.
what angle? Like, and then they say that like Myra
That's
was
true.
this ugly bridge troll, which like she was.
Absolutely.
But like, but they're always just like, I can't believe that Ian would like take her into this. And I'm like, what?
The
He's
two
a
of them
child
together?
rapist. Like,
Yeah.
why are we putting him above her?
They
Yeah.
did,
First of
though.
all, they are on equal playing fields of gross.
Everybody's always angrier at the woman. It's like a society thing.
Oh, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, people feel more betrayed by that.
I'll give like super, like, I'm not gonna go super into the details of it because like my brain literally won't go back
Yeah,
into
I can't
those.
go there. Even you just like referencing that tape, I was like, I closed my eyes for a second
Yeah.
to go somewhere else.
It's
Well,
a
like
lot.
this is one of their dates, okay? This is some of their dates. Brady then gave her reading material, and the pair spent their work lunch breaks reading aloud to one another from accounts of Nazi atrocities.
Yup.
They would literally read like Mein Kampf and like literally
Give each other
accounts
book reports.
Didn't
of
quite make it to
Nazi
the Oprah Book
atrocities to
Club,
each
huh?
Not
Didn't
quite.
quite.
Not quite.
God.
Just missed
How
it.
was your lunch?
And they would just sit and read aloud to each other from it. Like
Those
Isn't it
couples
cute
are
if it was
weird
like
too.
a
Like
romance novel?
I knew a couple like that who had couples book club, but only with themselves. And they
Ew.
would be like, "So how are you
not a
guys doing?"
club.
They're like, "Today we had book club, and we like read to each other.
Oh,
like we'll go
no.
have picnics and read to each other." So it's
No.
like that gross couple, but with Mein Kampf.
but
Yeah.
with Nazis. Like that's too much.
Gross and gross.
I don't think
Like, the
Man,
only-
I don't think Mein Kampf is ever a value add to any situation, especially not
Definitely
couples
not.
book club.
I can tell you, the only thing that John and I have ever done, even remotely close to that, is when
God.
that podcast S Town came out.
Oh.
And he was working during the day, and I was at home during the day, and we would listen to the episodes, and then like text you and be like, "Did you listen to episode 1?
Yeah, that's
Don't listen to
different,
episode
though.
2 yet. You have to wait for me." Like that's as
I'm
close.
like
That's
that
like a
with
TV
Love Island,
show,
yeah.
like watching something together.
Right. But I'm like, no, we could not have book.
That
club
was a good
together.
one, S Town.
Oh, such a good one.
That was a good one.
But it was such a bummer at the end. You
Yeah.
were like,
It was such a
"Oh,
bummer the whole time.
this
Actually,
is
I need
where
to
this
still
is
listen to the
going?
end. I listened to the first, I think, 3, and that one just gets so sad too because there's
Yeah.
like suicide and all this stuff.
You
in
gotta
that one,
finish it
and
out."
I do, yeah. I
crazy.
needed a break, and it's been a while, but yeah. Then I found spiritual podcasts, so it's back to it's definitely back to S Town. I need to
Oh,
figure out
there
what's
you go.
going on.
Because I started looking up like the pictures of his maze and stuff online because you can find them. I got like real into that rabbit
I
hole.
haven't
forgot
actually
about
even
S-Town.
listened to
So
S-Town.
good.
I feel
Listen
very
to
bad
it.
about this. I'm like many years
listened-
behind.
It's so good.
Same. I listened to the first episode and then you kind of told me what it was about. And I was like, well, our job is already really a lot. So I think
Yeah.
I'm going to just listen
skip
to
this
anything
one.
else.
I've been listening
I'll
to
just
Welcome
tell
to Your
you.
Fantasy because that's like, involves more shirtless men, I feel like.
There you go.
Inherently.
Well, now that we've all like brought ourselves up, let me just like smash us all into the ground really quick.
Yay.
So the Moores murders, like we said, are Myra Hindley and Ian Brady. They were in a really weird relationship together. Womp womp. They had 5 victims between 1963 and 1965 in Scotland, at least 5 that we know of.
Yeah,
and
there's
5
definitely way more.
Yeah. They had Edward Evans, who was 17 years old. Keith Bennett was 12 years old. Pauline Reed was 16. John Kilbride was 12 years old. And Leslie Ann Downey was 10 years old. They buried their victims in various places on Saddleworth Moor, which is why they are referred to as the Moors murders. Keith Bennett's body has never been found. To this day, has not been found.
Because the Moors are like huge.
Massive and
They're
so
like
scary.
bogs, right?
Oh yeah, and it's like
Like
so
vast.
vast,
Vaster
so
than
vast. Yeah.
I mean, there's a
His
whole
mother-
monster up there in Scotland. I mean, they can hide anything.
They can.
Legit.
They have a prehistoric monster in a lock.
They literally have a monster.
Yeah, we're pretty hardcore.
Yeah, that monster is right outside of a castle. That is my last name. So
Oh.
the Urquhart Castle.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
Just
a
throwing
nice
that out
flex.
It's like not my last name, but that's my family's last name.
But whatever.
I have a monster-adjacent castle.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
I used to tell people in like elementary school that we vacationed there, but it's just ruins.
That's
People
iconic.
believed me. Just went with it.
Going to my Scottish castle
Yeah,
this
just
weekend.
going
How
to
about you?
With Nessie.
I have a pet.
My
Loch Ness.
vacation pet. So, unfortunately, though, Keith Bennett's mother did die never getting his body back and never knowing where he was, which they tried everything for years to try to get these assholes to say where any of them were, and they wouldn't give it up. They also have photos found where they would go out together to the moors all the time, not just to bury bodies, but also to just like hang out.
To read Mein Kampf to each other.
Yeah, and just like take picture, like weird ass pictures of each other. They were just like, they were so dumb. But there's photos of them posing on the victims' graves and like with their dog Poppet.
Like cheesin'.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
their
just-
dog Puppet.
Yep.
And then they were using the box brownie, camera. Like everything just sounds so
Yes.
cute, but they're just murdering kids.
Yeah.
I know, they're the worst.
Yeah, terrible.
And in particular, Leslie Ann Downey's assault and murder was captured on audio tape. The former police chief, John Stalker, said of this tape, quote, "I first heard the tape when I was a detective sergeant in Manchester investigating the Moors murders. When the 16-minute tape was played at the police station before the trial, I saw senior detectives and legendary crime reporters, hard men who had been through the war and seen terrible things, dissolve into tears. Anybody unfortunate enough to have to listen to her harrowing last desperate moments could not fail to conclude that Hindley was evil and an equal partner with Brady in the crimes." There are transcripts of this tape. I do not recommend you look them up. It will ruin you. It's horrific, but when you see them, because I read them in like a book that I was reading to research the case, you truly see how fucking evil these people are.
Wow.
Like evil. Straight up evil.
Gives me chills.
I would like never be the
yeah.
same again after reading that.
No, that case is honestly one of the worst to me.
And
They
this
were
is definitely one of those cases where, that saying, don't judge a book by its cover. This is definitely one of those books that you
Yep.
judge by its cover.
Yes.
Like you
Cover's
see the
right on
cover of
point.
this book and it looks freaking terrifying.
Yes.
Both of them just look wrong.
They look
you know?
dead inside.
Yeah, they
'Cause
do.
they
They
are.
do have dead eyes. Yeah, dead inside.
Oh yeah, like especially Ian's, like that picture of him, I'm like,
He looks like a monster. Like
Yeah.
he literally looks like a monster without even knowing
There's
anything.
just nothing.
Because I remember I didn't know anything about this entire case, and you showed me the picture, and I was like, I hate him.
I don't know what he did, but I hate him.
I can
Yeah,
sense
he's
it.
got like that frown and just that vacant evil.
Yes.
look,
And it's like a
there's
perma
evil
frown.
and then there's like stupid evil. And
Yeah.
stupid evil, I think, is scarier.
It
Because
is
it's just nothing.
Right.
There's just nothing behind
Right.
there. And there's like, because that's the picture that a lot of people see is that mugshot photo of him. And if you see other photos of him, he looks even scarier. Like that photo is really scary. And then you see him just like in Polaroid photos with her and shit, or not Polaroids, but like old timey photos.
Sure.
And like even from the side and stuff, he's always just like furrowed, like his
Scowling.
brow, like he's always
Yeah.
scowling and angry, and you're just like, ugh. Just
Well,
like
he
this-
is more handsome in other photos, though. I looked him up because you said that.
Yeah.
And there are some where I guess I can see the handsome part. I mean, not that that really matters in a murder case.
But it
just
kind of
'cause we were
does, because
talking
that's how
about
he
it.
like kind of convinced people that he was an okay guy.
Right.
So like,
Yeah.
you know, that's like some
They're
of
very
them
hipster.
it does matter because it gets people. Unfortunately, like a prettier face will sometimes make people believe that you're less of a threat.
Yeah, like look at all of anybody's ex-boyfriends or girlfriends.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It's called Look at the
Exactly.
Cast of Summer House, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Just because you have a nice face doesn't mean you're not garbage.
At Summer House.
Right.
There you go.
Jack's tale.
And this also goes to show like how you can really mask your face without, fillers and stuff just by like smiling or smoking a cigarette cool from the profile side where you look kind of
Exactly.
handsome.
Yeah.
But then in the mugshot when it's like you're just caught and it's just you're plain evil right there.
And
on your
everything just
face.
leaks out.
Yeah.
And it's just who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It was. Well, they were arrested, luckily, after Myra's brother-in-law, David Smith, witnessed and was asked to participate and cover up the murder of their last victim, which was 17-year-old Edward Evans. He broke the next morning after seeing all that, and he called the police. But Edward Evans' murder was literally Ian straddling him in their home with a hatchet and just demolishing his head in
Oh
front
my
of
God.
David. And then just being like, David, I need help because I hurt my ankle while I did this, so I can't carry him by myself. Literally.
And this sounded like they were kind of trying to bring him in, right? The brother.
were.
Because
Yeah, they were gonna
he
try
had
to
met
have him
her
help.
brother, and then the brother and him got along really, really well.
Yep.
And then the brother was kind of jealous of their relationship because he liked him so much.
Yep.
And so they would try, they would go to the, what is it, like go to the lake or whatever and hang
Yeah.
out all the time. And Ian was always buying beers and stuff. And so it looked like they were kind of grooming this guy.
yeah.
They definitely
And then
were.
it went south. Yeah.
But Myra was not into it at all. She didn't want
yeah,
him
who
coming
wants
in
their
because...
brother?
You don't want to add
Like
more
your
people to your
brother-in-law.
murder scheme.
Well, and she was actually thinking that way, which shows like how when she comes
Diabolical
out
she
later and
was.
is like, "Oh, I didn't know, and he just made me do it," meh. And then you find out that she was like, "No, I don't want him in here because we'll get caught. I want it just to be you and I doing this,
So that we can keep doing
I want us
this.
Yeah.
to keep like murdering children forever and ever, and he's gonna ruin it." And it's like, and then later she's like, "Ooh, it's like, no, you can't have it both ways, man."
Yeah.
It's really hard when you mix family with, business, right?
With
It
Loida.
is. It really is. And luckily, though, they chose the wrong guy, and he
Yeah,
could not handle
thankfully.
it, and
Oh my
was
goodness.
not into it. And he called the police from a payphone down the street. They're both dead now. Whoop whoop. They both died in prison, serving life sentences. Myra tried desperately to be released several times. She wrote notes to the victims' families, like the monster that she is. She wrote a note to Leslie Ann Downey's mother, who had to identify her 10-year-old baby on that tape, like begging for her, and had to identify her that way. She had the audacity to write her a letter and be like, "I deserve to be let out." I'd be like, "Can I kill her with my bare hands?" Like,
And yet
just
she
let
wouldn't
me-
say where the dead body was of that one guy.
but wouldn't say where Keith Bennett's body is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
know.
most depressing thing about their deaths is reading how they died. His was Hindley. No, this is hers. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. And his was, I don't know, some other natural cause, like you mentioned. Oh, bronchial pneumonia.
I was just
And
gonna
it
say,
just
I'm
seems
pretty sure it
really
was just
It really
pneumonia.
just seems unfair,
I
mean,
will
no matter
say-
what. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, don't worry. I was just going to say, I will say that when I wish I had it in front of me. I should have brought it up. They had I found every ailment that they were suffering from at the end. And they all did. Both of them were suffering from several different,
Crazy shit.
crazy shit leading up to their deaths. So I hope that they suffered.
It makes you believe a little bit more. in the
Okay, that's a
world.
better way to look at
Yeah.
it then. Thank you. Because I was
I wanted to give you that.
No, it's true.
Well, when you
Wanted
listen to
to
the
give you
Morrissey
that.
song, it's like, Okay, well then this fits because the Morrissey song is just super, or the Smith song is just super, super depressing and sad. I was listening to it, I'm
dark.
like, oh.
So dark.
Yeah.
This is clearly about extremely dark murders because it's taking me to a very dark place.
It's so dark, and it even has like sound effects in it, like children laughing and like
Yes.
or
That's when
a
I'm
woman.
out.
There's like a woman laughing in it and stuff, like
Yes.
Myra. It almost feels like, and it's like ugh.
It
But-
it was really disturbing because some of them are like we were saying earlier, like fun bops, and then
Right.
you get
Yeah.
to this one, and there's like no mistaking that it's about killing children. It's
Yes,
like little
literally.
Eddie with your Eddie, let
Yes.
me kill you. Don't. Oh,
That's
geez.
literally
It's
it.
true. It's a literal.
And you're like,
okay?
whoa. That's the thing. And, John Kilbride's grandfather hated this song.
Of course.
Hated Morrissey, hated this song, was not happy about it at
Well,
all.
and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you have to wonder, in what situation are you putting this song on?
Well, that's the thing. Like,
What situation do you feel like you
you're
need
just
to listen
sitting,
to this?
listening to this song. Like, I guess if you really want to go into like a dark place, like you're
Yeah.
looking
Dinner
to-
party music.
Yeah,
Right?
you
Like-
don't just toss it on.
I'll
So,
listen to like
for
a
a
good
date.
sad song, but
Yeah.
it's usually like not
not
about child murder.
Yeah.
Hey, new neighbors, welcome to my home.
Right?
But it's so Morrissey, right? It's like
It
so.
is.
Of course, Morrissey has a song called "Suffer Little Children." Of course he does.
Of course.
It is, yeah.
That's the other thing. The name alone is like, ooh. Leslie Ann Downey's mother, though, she at first was like, ooh, I don't know. And then they
You know that feeling when you come home late from work and those puppy dog eyes just pierce right through your soul? Or when you're packing for a trip and your cat refuses to leave your suitcase? Yeah, we've all been there. Pet parent guilt is real. And you know what? It's completely normal. That's exactly why Hill's Pet Nutrition exists. They understand that being a pet parent means being human, with all of our imperfections and daily juggling acts. Hill's science-led nutrition helps you give more love than humanly possible. Whether it's those long work days or trying to balance attention between multiple pets, Hill's Pet Nutrition gets it. They've created science-based nutrition that supports your pet's lifelong health so you can feel confident even when life gets hectic. Because you're only human, there's Hill's. Science does more. Ready to let go of the guilt? Find the right food at hillspet.com/podcast. That's hillspet.com/podcast.
became friends.
Her and Morrissey?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He would go and visit her and I believe Keith Bennett's mother.
Wow.
And would give them money and like
Wow.
pay for things for them, and like they all became close.
Well, I guess
So-
in like a strange way, it's like an artist's point of view of like commemorating what happened in their lives.
No
Because
Fastball.
No, it's definitely
no.
no Fastball. A little bit different. But Morrissey actually said he wrote the song because he was so haunted by the Moors murders. Like
had
he
to, like,
said
get
he's
it out.
like he's been kind of obsessed with it, like not in a way like, oh, I'm so obsessed, but like it just won't leave his mind.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he actually grew up on or near a lot of the streets that these
Right.
abductions took place.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so he said he was a child at the time that it was happening too. So he heard all the warnings. Everybody was terrified.
It felt personal.
Yeah, and so he said, quote, "It was like the worst thing that had ever happened, and I was very, very aware of everything that occurred. Aware as a child who could have been a victim. All the details, you see it all, so evil. It was, if you can understand this, ungraspably evil. When something reaches that level, it becomes almost absurd, really. I remember it at times like I was living in a soap opera." And the song itself has quotes from Hindley's interviews and names all the victims.
Wow.
And the creepiest lyrics for me are Leslie Ann with your pretty white beads, because that is one of the biggest things. She was wearing a white beaded necklace that night that she had just gotten as a Christmas gift from her brother. And that was like a big thing because those beads were found and tied back to them. Oh, John, you'll never be a man. And you'll never see your home again. Oh, Manchester, so much to answer for. Edward, see those alluring lights? Tonight will be your very last night.
Whew.
Isn't it just like, oh.
The whole time I like, when your body just goes, whoa. We've said that before. Like, you know what I mean?
It's like it radiates for a
Yeah.
second chills. Like,
Yeah.
that's,
It's not
like,
even a chill. It's like a vibration.
yeah.
Like,
So
but it's not a vibe.
I'm assuming the song didn't chart so well on Casey Kasem's America Top
I
40.
doubt
Right?
it. I doubt it. I doubt it.
I don't think
But,
so.
you know,
You never know, but at the same time, It kind of like shows you how shallow most of the music we listen to is now.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah. Not
right?
about anything.
As I went
Right?
through the lyrics of all these songs today, I was like, God, our music is really shallow.
Yes.
Like, what is it
Yeah, it
even
sucks.
about? It's like, you dumped me. Like,
That's
literally
literally
for
it.
3.5 minutes.
Levitating.
I mean, I only listen to Adele, so that's all I really hear. But
But it's so true because this stuff is like really like cerebral, and you have to like think about the different like they're using metaphor. Well, not Morrissey. Morrissey's like murder.
Morrissey's just straight
But-
up like, hey, this is what happened.
But like they're talking about stuff that is actually like important.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like should be
discussed.
Yeah.
And reflected upon.
and stories,
literally-
they're
Yeah.
storytelling.
Yeah, I literally cannot imagine what it must be like to grow up on a street for several years where there is like a serial killer and you are the prime demographic. The only thing
Yes.
that I can even come close to equating it to, which is like not really the same thing at all, but in LA about like 8 or 9 years ago, there was like around New Year's, there was this like serial arsonist that was lighting cars on fire. And it was like for 5 days straight, this guy was lighting cars on fire, which is not the same at all as a serial killer. But
still
this
scary.
vibe,
Strange.
this vibe took over the city where it was like, who is gonna like? Everyone became a vigilant. It was like keeping an eye out for this arsonist, and it was
Like, who's
crazy.
next?
And for like 5 days, it was like everyone was talking about the arsonist. Everyone was keeping an eye out, and you were just like on edge. And I can only imagine that being exaggerated, or not exaggerated, but amplified. By murder, right?
Yeah. And especially as like a child. And at that
Well,
time.
welcome to being a woman at any time in history. That's
true.
In any
That's
neighborhood.
true.
Because
I was
Could you
Yeah.
imagine always being in peril?
I was like, that is true. And it's,
Yes.
but like as a child.
Yeah, that's like every
too.
murder case. I was just reading about one of the songs we had talked about covering, and it was about a serial killer. And one of the songs was how this woman wrote the song because it was during the Green River Killer time, and it's like 49 women or something, 47
That's actually
or
the next
49
one we're
women.
doing. Yeah.
Just murdered, and no one really cared because they were mostly sex workers or disadvantaged. And it was so sad. And it's talking about feeling like a woman, in that time and probably every time.
Yeah.
Because
Right?
those are all the murderers, pretty
Those are
much.
literally all the murders.
Oy.
No, it's true. It's literally like I want to go jogging in the mornings, but
I'm
I
not gonna
won't
do-
go
well-
jogging in the mornings, and it sucks. But actually, it's funny that you brought that one up because that's the last one we're going to talk about.
That was like a perfect transition.
That
What a
really
great
was.
transition, Ronnie.
Oh, I thought
What a
I'm so
segue.
sorry. I spoiled the whole thing.
No, that
No,
was
you didn't.
perfect. You just
I
led us right
canceled.
into
You
it.
introed it.
You
You
did.
segued, Ronnie. That's a segue.
You did.
You did a
That's
great
what
job.
professionals do.
Well,
Ronnie.
welcome
You
to
did it.
feeling like a woman in any time period. Ladies,
Take it away.
Neko Case closed.
So this one is actually called Deep Red Bells by Neko Case. And it is about Gary Ridgway's murders, the Green River Killer murders. He was convicted of killing 49 women and girls between at least 1982 and 1998, making him the second most prolific serial killer in the United States, with the first being Samuel Little, who had 93 victims.
93 plus.
Yeah, those are the ones he admitted to.
Right.
He's thought to be responsible, though, for at least 71 murders, Gary
Crazy.
Ridgway.
Wow.
At least. He says, I think he claims it's like upwards of 80.
They always do, though.
They do, but he actually has like the
Like a
body
Sam
count
Little
to back
kinda
it up.
thing.
Yeah. Most of these victims were teenage girls and runaways. They were also sex workers who he would strangle manually, sometimes mechanically with a ligature, and then dump them in like wooded areas or creeks or the Green River. This was in Washington State. He would also come back to the bodies many times to rape their corpses. He got his nickname from the press because the first 5 victims they found were in the Green River.
And the thing is also it was this guy, right, who he was actually the suspect right away, but they just didn't have the evidence.
nothing
It's
to
like a
hold him.
full-on movie, right? Like this is
really
the thriller
is.
movie where some movies are whodunits, but this is the one where it's like who the killer is, but they can't make the case yet, and so the killer
Yes.
it's usually like Jared Leto or something, and they kind of like
Yes.
taunts you and everything, and they bring him in for questioning, and he smirks
like
at the
the little
camera.
things.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, such a good movie.
And that's what this is. They took like a swab, So they had DNA, but they didn't know what to do with it at that point.
Right.
Luckily,
I mean, at least they did that.
Well, thank goodness they did it because it's what got him caught later.
This is also like the highest requested Morbid case. We haven't done this one.
Oh,
yet.
yeah, and I should say, I'm going over this really quickly. We are covering this on an episode, so, like,
Stop
don't worry.
yelling at us.
This isn't the only time you're going to hear this, and I'm not just going to, like, flow through it really quick. We are going to cover it. It will be several parts. Don't worry. It's coming.
Great.
I just have to get my mind in the place to, like, spend
Yeah,
a lot
no
of time
kidding.
with him for
This is also another case of judge the book by the cover because this guy is scary looking.
This is like Dark Alley run the other way.
He was scary
Really?
looking when he was younger. He was scary looking when he's older. There's no point in his life he was not a serial killer.
Stayed on that scary level.
Yeah, he really did. Oh.
Serving scary realness.
He's so gross.
Some
He's so
some
gross.
people just really
They
really
radiate
land
it.
the role. They just are like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a serial killer, and I'm just gonna really lean into it with my life.
Oh yeah, like
you
the
know?
Night Stalker.
Oh, he committed. Yeah. Even the bad breath. It's so gross.
People describe his breath as wet leather.
Ugh. That freaks
But you know what?
Like
but you know what? Also
vomition.
about the Green River Killer. Oh, you know that some like super famous actor cannot wait to ugly themselves up to be this
Oh,
role.
hell yeah.
Like,
They live for that shit.
You know,
Absolutely.
Matt Damon wants to like do like the bald thing with his head a little
Yep.
bit and do like a little bit of a mustache and be like,
Yes.
bro, I'm the Green
He's
River
ready.
Killer now.
Now
He's
that
so
you said
ready.
it, though, I want Jared Leto. I need to see him play another serial killer.
I don't think he'd be good for this one.
This might be a Jesse
No.
Plemons sort of role, perhaps.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I could even see this might be weird. I feel like Edward Norton could do it.
Or maybe a
I
strange
can
turn
see
from
a little
Robin
Adam Driver maybe.
Adam Driver, 100%.
With like
100%.
severe wiggage, like
Oh,
like lighten up his
100%,
hair
Ronnie.
color and stuff.
And this is
I could
exactly
see
the sort
that.
of role he would want to do. And then he'd make no one look at him in the eyes while he was getting into character.
Right. He'd be like, "Do not look at me while I'm in the truck factory set. Do not look at me."
100%.
I want that. I'm surprised that there hasn't been like a big movie about this.
It's coming.
But I guess it kind of did all just wrap up in the beginning of the 2000s, so they usually wait like a beat before they do it.
I also just waited a beat to tell you I do know who Edward Norton is.
I knew you knew
I had
who
to
Edward
Google
Norton.
I'm young, okay?
Oh man. Okay, so Gary Ridgway was arrested in 2001. Thank goodness, because it was all thanks to the DNA advances. He had been swabbed like way back in like the 80s. And they
crazy.
finally, right? They swabbed his cheek in the 80s. It sat on a shelf. And in 2001, they were finally able to use it to match with semen he left at the scenes.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
He
Semen will
was
get you every
that
time.
like he was that like narcissistic and just like whatever that he was like I'm gonna leave it.
Well, I mean, you also have
Whatever.
to think he probably didn't know that was
Yeah,
coming.
you don't see it, but it's like wow.
No pun intended.
But it is
That's just-
narcissistic to just be like, fuck it, I can do whatever I
Yeah,
want.
I literally do whatever I want.
Just leave my straight up DNA all over the place.
Because what's weird too is that he did a lot of shit, and I'll talk about it in a minute. To like, he was meticulous about not getting caught.
But then would like leave that.
But then he would
there.
like leave his like business behind.
Right.
It's very weird. But he said when he was first arrested, he immediately was like, "Nope, wrong guy. You got the wrong guy." But then like almost immediately decided to just confess it all. He just like
Weird.
sat down and was like, "Let's talk about it. I'm going to tell you all
Maybe
about
he
it."
was just like getting tired of like covering it up
No, I think he just like wanted to talk about it.
Yeah,
he's
wanted, like,
just
the
that
attention.
he likes talking about
and
it.
wanted to relive it probably.
Oh yeah, and as you see, he like is really excited to tell you about it. He said he just wanted to kill as many sex workers as he possibly could. That was his reason. He was like, "Bummer that you stopped me."
Wow.
He said he hated them. He thought they weren't real people. So he said, "I didn't think anyone would really miss them."
No,
and he was
people
like, "And
do.
if anybody did, it would probably be later, and then by then I'd be long gone, so it wouldn't matter."
Wow, what a grade A jackass.
Yeah. He
It's a
even
real-
said, and I quote, "I do not have a good memory of their faces. I killed so many women, I have a hard time keeping them straight."
That's lovely.
Cool.
Oh my God. Yeah, his childhood, he was a bedwetter until he was 13, and his mother would wash his genitals after every episode. He would later tell defense psychologists that as an adolescent, he had conflicting feelings of anger and sexual attraction towards his mother and fantasized about killing her.
Yep. He had like a mutated Oedipus complex that turned like
Right.
his, and he
Yeah.
would say like later he hated her. He said he used to think about like cutting her face and stuff. Like,
Jesus. Like, okay,
yeah.
Ed Gein. Was she a sex worker?
I don't think so.
I wonder what
I'm
the
not
hatred
sure,
of
to
that
be
came
honest.
from.
There needs to be more fly swatters slapping children's foreheads when they do something wrong. That's what there needs to be more in.
Oh my goodness.
No more serial killers if we just all live by that.
Well, look at this.
Swipe
I mean,
kid.
when he was
Swipe
16,
fly.
okay, he was held back a year in high school. When he was 16, he stabbed a 6-year-old boy who survived the attack. Ridgway had led the boy into the woods and then stabbed him through the ribs into his liver.
Wow.
And he said he just wanted to see what it would feel like.
I hate when they say that. Mm-hmm. Cooks, like, I just
That's
can't.
always the like.
I'm all
ding, ding,
I'm
no.
all for experiential learning, but that is taking
That's
it way
taking
too far.
it to a place.
Right.
Yeah, that's taking it to a real dark place. Well, he said once the murders gained attention, he had to convince upwards of 50 of his victims that he wasn't the Green River Killer.
Well, yeah.
And he said he did this because, of course, now once it was starting to gain attention, these women were being like, or these girls were being
Cautious.
like, I'm nervous. He said he did this by telling them the real killer must be a huge muscly guy because of how violent and hands-on the murders were.
Wow, that's scary.
And he said it was easy to convince them of this because he is about 5'10" and not like a
Like, not very
muscly
well
guy.
built.
He's not like a thick guy. And 5'10" to me is like big. Like I'm like, whoa, you're tall.
But I think if
like,
you're small in stature,
I was
you
gonna
could
say.
you look shorter.
and it makes sense that like to say like any average size person, then 5'10's like okay, you're average. I
5'10"
guess.
is like not that crazy.
No. And he said, quote, I look like an ordinary person. Here's a guy. He's not really muscle bound. He doesn't look like a fighter. Just an ordinary John, and that was their downfall. My appearance was different than what I really was.
It's
Which
also
is
like, you're
so
pretty
creepy
gross, though.
to hear him just be like, I knew that I just looked like some like creepy John that they weren't gonna think twice
But
about.
I didn't look
and
like
I
a
used
murderer.
that.
Yeah.
That was their
Well,
downfall.
yeah, there is a difference in his younger pictures. One of his mugshots is from
He has that
1982.
floppy hair.
Yeah, and he's just
Yeah.
kind of like a, that 70s show, like the dad next door kind of guy.
Like he's gross, but not like I'm scared of you gross. Just
Right,
like,
but the scary picture is the main one here from 2001, where he's just like, ugh. He has like
mugshot
really,
picture.
really evil
Yes.
eyes.
He also
Listen,
kind of
this
looks
is-
like BTK,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Does he?
What'd you
A
say?
little
Yeah.
bit, like it here.
A little bit. Yeah, I
like
see
in this
that.
one.
BTK?
Yeah, he has that vibe.
Yeah.
Dennis Rader vibes.
Maybe it's just the mustache and like the eyes.
Yeah.
It's like the beady eyes.
It is those beady eyes. He definitely has.
And I do kind of feel Matt again. Matt.
Were you confused?
I got confused. I thought you said BTS, and I was like, "What are you talking about, BTS?" Those,
You're like,
those
what?
lovely gentlemen.
Why are you doing that?
Never.
You saw
BTK.
my face. Did you see the horror on
Yeah,
my
I
face?
saw.
I
You
didn't
were
even
like,
see your face.
I was
'cause I
like,
just look-
I was like, "Excuse me."
How dare you?
you literally were like BT.
He
What?
does not look like BTS.
I've crossed over.
The
I can't
BTS
understand.
killings. But those are the cutest killings I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
So well choreographed.
So
Yeah, they're just so
catchy.
supportive of each other.
Oh, well, in 2003, in a plea deal, he received 48 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole.
Good.
The plea deal also included him agreeing to reveal the locations of any bodies they couldn't find. An interesting note that a lot of people know, but a lot of people might not. Before Gary Ridgway was caught, Ted Bundy was in prison. And he told authorities, he was like, hey, come here real quick. And he was like, you should stake out some fresh grave sites that you find from the Green River Killer because he's going to come back and try to have sex with those
Because he's
bodies.
like, I speak from experience.
Like, he literally was like, I think he's like me, and I did that, so maybe you should go do that. So they did. They didn't catch him that way, but they ended up, like, using it in his psychological profile that they did. Like, we're not like, pat him on the
No, of
back, good
course
job.
not.
But it's like he was so gross and fucked up in such a weird...
niche way.
in an anomaly
Game
kinda
recognized
way.
game.
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Right.
So he literally
was.
is like, I'm really fucked up. And I can tell you that that person is the same kind of fucked up that I am. So let me tell you what I would have done.
Right, exactly.
Which is strange.
Because there's no honor among serial killers. It's
No.
not like,
No, they don't
we
give
got
a
to look
shit.
out for each other. It's like,
If anything, there's competition in a strange
Yeah.
way.
I think so.
Yes.
So I think he was probably like, he's edging in on my number.
Yeah.
Because at that point, he was
Yeesh.
the most prolific. Yeah.
But it makes it brings more attention to Ted Bundy, which
Of course.
Yes.
I imagine there's a certain element in here where
Oh,
like
it's
some sort
huge
of
with him.
attention needing.
yeah.
Because they're all
Ted Bundy loved
narcissists,
that.
so they're like, no, I'm better.
Oh, yeah. Like, Ted Bundy loved Ted Bundy. That's
No one loved
was-
Ted
yeah.
Bundy like Bundy loved
No
Bundy.
one was his biggest fan more than he was.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, he was gross. But
Yuck.
either way, it's very interesting that he would come out and be like, because he was right that he was going back.
Yeah.
So he did have that part of him correct. It's
interesting.
It's just so weird, human patterns, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Where that's just a pattern that exists in people.
Like, that's a
Where
psychology.
one person has that pattern, they're like, oh, I recognize that.
Yeah.
Here's what's going to happen
Right.
next, you
Yeah.
know? And a lot of the serial killing and just stuff I've read over the years has been kind of that need for fame and also that need to be seen just by anybody. It's like people who feel invisible. It's like, this is your moment to be like original. This is like your art. And then to just find out that you're just another pattern.
It's like
you
an
know,
incel
just another
kind of
broken
thing.
pattern.
Yeah, it's so true.
Sorry, your fame wasn't really worth it, was it?
Right.
Sorry, pattern. You're a pattern. But this
pattern.
piece of information really got to me, too. He became religious during his second marriage, proselytizing door to door, reading the Bible aloud at work and at home, and insisting that his wife follow the strict teachings of their pastor. I mean,
Like, what?
it's
Probably just
What?
another way to control people, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and probably for him to look like more of like, I'm a God-fearing
Right.
man. I'm going to church.
Right.
I'm not the
Eesh.
Green River Killer. Like, what?
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, it couldn't be me. But he, like I said before, when I said he was so meticulous about not being caught,
Right.
he would leave gum wrappers and cigarettes at scenes because he was not a smoker and didn't chew gum. But he would just leave them
Oh.
there just to throw them off.
And it looks like something like a serial killer would do
Yeah.
after killing someone, like smoke a cig.
Well, and they would grab that and be like, cool, we have evidence, and it's not.
wow, that's fucked.
Wow, I'm surprised he wasn't called like the gum wrapper killer.
I know. You would think they'd go more on to this part. Because the
Right.
Green
Yeah.
River, I mean, it's ominous, but
Yeah.
it's like,
yeah, it
eh,
is. Yeah.
I
But that could have
guess.
really backfired from him. Imagine if he was like, he was called like the bubblegum killer. He'd be like, oh man.
And he'd be like, oh, I can't do that.
I was hoping to be scarier.
The Doublemint killer.
Doublemint
Damn,
killer.
should have named him that because it's lame.
The
They always
bubble
get, like-
yum killer.
Yeah, right.
The Jolly Rancher. It's like, oh man.
Hubba Bubba Murderer.
Let's-
Damn it. I became the cutest killer in history.
He would also change the tires on his truck like
Wow.
all the time. So
Wow.
that the treads he would leave, like leaving scenes, would be different every time, and they would not trace back to his truck.
I hate when I'm like, wow, that's smart.
I know. I hate when I'm like, "Whoa, way to
Right.
use your brain."
I'm not like
it's just
kudos. I'm just like,
ugh.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
I know, but it's like only thinking up to a certain point because then they're like, wow, so this guy has brand new tires
Several-
on his
yeah,
truck.
right.
Let's check tire stores. Why does this guy have new tires every week?
Yeah, right.
You know,
Weird.
It's like you kind of just put yourself into a worse
That
position.
is true.
It's you almost start calling attention to it at that point.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
the most amazing part is this DNA situation because he is so meticulous about giving red herrings
Yes.
and literally covering his tracks. But then he just like leaves like just a big old clue. Like it's not
Yeah.
even like, wait a second, we realized that the light bulb was from 1933 instead of from 1935, and that couldn't be possible. It wasn't like one of those like moments where
Yeah,
like
House MD
groundbreaking.
figures it all out. It's
No.
like literally like, oh.
And they're literally like, "Oh, just get that sample we took from like this part." Oh, okay, we got him.
Science
Boom,
caught
boom.
up. Okay,
Like-
great.
Yeah, it's insane. That's why it's so weird to me that he just was like, "Oh, very careless about that." But I think it was part of his like
didn't know.
narcissism and like nothing's ever
Yeah.
gonna happen that I would be caught. So
Right.
I'm just gonna.
Right, because DNA testing didn't happen
Yeah.
until later, right?
Yeah, way
Is that what
later.
it was?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
everyone who made,
I mean,
it's like
it's-
anyone who made porn in the 80s and thought it was never going to come back to haunt them because you have to go find it on VHS.
Exactly.
It's like, congratulations, the internet.
You can find
Well, when
it.
DNA testing became really popular and started being introduced in court cases and stuff, and I remember everybody saying like, "Oh, no one's going to get away with crime now,
Right.
Because all they have to do." But then you just get so much more creative about it,
Yeah.
you know. And now there's cameras everywhere, and now your phone tracks wherever you are, your car tracks wherever you
Yep,
are.
but
So it
still
seems like it would be
happens.
much harder, but it really does lead to smarter criminals,
It
I
does,
guess.
'cause
I mean,
they have to be
you
like
have to learn how to get
innovative
away.
about it.
Yeah.
But
Well done, guys. Well done, criminals. You're doing great out there.
Thanks so much.
keep on keeping on, I guess.
I'm proud of y'all.
Well, and he might
Keep
have killed
innovating.
people up to like 2000.
Yeah.
Because he was arrested in 2001, and they said he could have still
Probably
been
2001.
in the 90s and everything. So when DNA was a thing, he could have still been doing
Absolutely.
this and not caring, which is gross.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But the song Deep Red Bells is written to, like, the song is supposed to be singing to one of his victims.
That's so eerie.
And it's not like one in particular, it's just to
In
them
general.
all. It was written before Ridgway was arrested. So they didn't even know who he was yet, but they were...
Hi, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. Are you looking for a beach read this summer? May I suggest your big wireless bill? It's got suspense, mystery, a slightly flat emotional arc, and a shocking twist where you realize you've been overpaying the entire time. Fortunately, though, Mint's story is better. Every plan, $15 a month. Even unlimited. That's it. Happy ending. Zero tears. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
writing it for the Green River Killers victims. And the singer wrote, the news definitely made the distinction that these women were sex workers. In fact, they didn't talk about them like they were women much at all, which made me feel really bad for the women. These women's lives just never seemed that important. They weren't really made that important on the news. It was all about fear. I guess this song is basically me thinking, what are their lives? What would their families do? And in it, like, one of the song, the lyrics in it that, like, gave me chills was she writes, when spreckled fronds raise round your bones, who took the time to fold your clothes? And it's like her being like, they're people. Like,
like, who
someone
took
took
care
the
of
time
you?
to take care of them at one point. Like, maybe think
Yes,
of them that way.
They have
And it's-
families,
oh,
parents, and
yeah.
everything. Yeah, and also I think that he was arrested not very long after the song was released, like maybe like
Yeah.
a few weeks, maybe a
Yep.
few days. And she said, "Neko Case." Is it Neko Case or Neko Case? Neko Case,
I think
right?
it's Neko.
Well, we're about to find
That's
out.
what I've
from
been. I
someone.
was just
We'll
gonna
find
say.
out, yeah.
We'll find out.
Alexa pronounced it Nico.
Oh,
Neko Case.
All right, we've
well,
been wrong.
Neko Case. She
Neko.
in Neko Case. No, but she apparently he was arrested like days, maybe a few weeks after the song came out, and she apparently just like burst into tears because
Yeah.
it was like she said that like a weight was lifted off her shoulders and
Right.
she was able to start a new chapter of her life. And I remember when I read it, I did think like, you know, I didn't disregard it, but I was like, wow, that seems sort of dramatic. But then I did, like, not to center it around me, but my only frame of reference was that arson experience. And it's like, that I can only imagine the low-level stress for year after year after year, how that really does eat away at you. And, like,
Yeah.
when something like that is, like, it is removed, I can totally imagine that being a new chapter of your life starting up.
Well,
Oh,
and I wonder
absolutely.
too if she probably thought she was going to get some kind of relief writing it, and then she like felt somewhat like relieved, and then when he was caught, she was like, "Oh, this is what relief feels like,"
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
compared the two.
Yeah.
I was
When
gonna
it's
say
Plus,
that
the act of
over.
writing the song probably took her into that place much more
Absolutely.
deeply
Oh,
than
yeah.
if she was just like, it was a thing in her life. Like, probably like sitting there, writing the lyrics, thinking about it. She probably had to do research, and then she had to, the recording sessions, she's singing those lyrics over and over again. So she probably
Right.
was like in that song and in that world so deeply at that moment.
Right.
Yeah, and just that lyric, like, when
took the
spreckled
time?
fronds rise around your bones, it's like you're just picturing this woman, like somebody's daughter,
Like somebody who was somebody.
you know, somebody who's somebody laying in a ditch somewhere alone, turning into bones while like fronds raise around her
Right.
because time is just going by and no one can find her.
And to get to that point too, she obviously had to think about their final hours. Like she had to do like A, B, and C.
Oh, of course. And I mean, just thinking about, like, we were just talking about the Moors murders, like, that was 4 episodes, so it was weeks of research. And I remember, like, even John at one point, my husband was like, when is this over? Like, he was like, are you almost done with this case? Because I was like,
John was like that. How about me?
I
I was
would-
like, why do I have to listen to this?
at night, I would literally be like, can I just tell you one more thing? And he was like, please stop. Like, I can't do these. Like, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't have this just on me. I need to tell you about it.
I would say that was probably
Yeah.
one of the most haunting cases we've ever done.
It was one of the heaviest.
Because we
it
usually
weighed.
don't do cases that where the victims are children.
Yeah.
And that one just
Yeah. So it's like writing a song, I feel like is such an emotional thing, I imagine. I've never written one, but I feel like it is. So having to go deep into something like that on top of it must be insane.
Yeah, where she's like in the car on the way to be murdered and
Yeah.
all of that. Eesh.
It's just like,
But that's a whole, thing, a murder ballad.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
been around for, forever.
I know there's some
So-
really crazy ones.
It's crazy.
back
I was
in the
gonna
day.
say too, like thinking about somebody listening to that song and then becoming, obviously you said like it was a few weeks before he was found, but before you had said that, I was picturing like hearing that song and listening to it and then ending up being one of the victims and realizing in that moment.
Yeah. Because that's happened before, where I think we did like the Willie Picton case. He was a serial killer in Canada, and he like attacked sex workers, Indigenous women, and a lot of them knew about this serial killer that was killing like one of their own and their friends and family, and they'd be saying it like, I don't want to be the next one, I don't want to be the next one, and some of them became the next one. And it was like, oh, that just brings it to such like a visceral place. Like it's just
Yeah, when you kind of feared it was coming and then it's here. Oh,
it's like living your worst nightmare.
Yeah,
Totally.
So
oh my god.
Well, that was that.
so maybe
great.
we'll do a part 2 of these fun things.
That's a
People
great
are
way
like,
to end
please
it there.
don't, please don't.
More murder ballads soon.
Yeah, we'll bring back Ben and Ronnie and make them sit through this again.
More Watch What
No,
Crappens.
this was
cool.
great. I mean, it was really cool to talk about something different.
Yeah,
I mean, dark.
definitely different.
I know, that's kind of
Sorry
what we
we
thought.
keep making jokes the whole time, but that's just what we do.
Of
I mean,
course.
we'd make them like literally if someone had a gun to our head, we'd be making a joke.
Of course.
Yeah, we
Well,
can't
Well, and
help
it's never
ourselves.
at the
We're sick like
expense
that, but
of anyone
No.
I'll have
involved.
to laugh to keep from crying.
You do.
Hey, that's the thing.
That's what gallows humor is.
Just gonna say that.
Oh my god.
But thank you guys so much for doing this with us. This was so much fun.
And plug
Thank
whatever
you
you
for
want.
having
Thank
us.
you so much for having us. It's been really great to meet you guys and talk to you in real life.
It really
been
is
so fun.
It's been a blast.
Do you have anything coming up? Do you want to plug anything? You can plug away.
We just have our podcast, Watch What Crappens. It's available on all podcast platforms. And then, we can follow us on social media. On Instagram, we're at Watch What Crappens. And on Twitter, we're at What Crappens. Ronnie is at Ronnie Karam on Twitter and Instagram. And I'm at Ben Mandelker on Twitter and Instagram. And, at some point, we're going to start doing some live shows again. We used to tour very frequently pre-pandemic. So, keep an eye out for that. We
I
haven't
think we're
announced
starting
anything.
up around when you guys are starting back up.
Let's hope.
It looks like.
When we
Oh my
hope
God,
we're
when we
starting
cross
back up.
over in the same city.
Actually, we had tickets to your Wilbur show. We did.
Well-
My husband
no
got me them
kidding.
for
How
my birthday or
cool.
something.
Yep.
We were so
Well, the Wilbur
that's
show isn't canceled. It's only
awesome.
postponed. So
Okay,
that
cool.
show is going to still happen.
Amazing. We can go to each
Well,
other's
yeah, we
Wilbur
definitely
shows.
have to try and meet up
Yes.
in the flesh,
Yeah.
either on. That sounds so gross to say on the show. Like, let's meet up in the flesh. Like, I don't mean it in a murdery way, but yeah, either if we're in the same town or when we come to your town or whatever, let's go hang out.
Hell
and have
yeah.
dinner.
Let's do it.
We have to.
Yay.
Absolutely. We'll keep you updated as soon as we can say anything about when our Wilbur show is rescheduled and when any of our shows are rescheduled. We absolutely will. We're going to shout it from the
Freaking
mountaintops.
COVID, man.
Yeah.
It's like right when you think we started getting the schedule back together, and then like,
Yep.
guess what?
Same.
Delta variant's here.
Delta was like, bitch, never mind.
Yep.
yeah, and so it messes everything
I
up.
know, and
Yeah.
kids can't get vaccinated yet. So that's the reason
That's the
we're like
problem.
really unhinged, because all mine are under 5. So they're nowhere near
Yeah.
the vaccination stage.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
we're
yeah,
like,
that's
what,
that's a
November,
real
December?
problem.
That's what we're hoping, but
Yeah.
it's so scary.
It is very scary.
I know.
I know. Well, health first before any live shows.
Exactly. That's what we're
So
holding
until
out.
then, we'll just be on the internet.
Exactly.
We'll just
Yay.
Zoom with each other from time to time.
Yeah. We'll play like live audience sound effects to make it sound
Yeah,
like
right?
that.
We're going to have to at
huge
some point.
amphitheater.
It's so huge.
I'm not above that.
We've done it,
Me
actually.
neither.
We've done it. It's not even a joke.
I love it.
Amazing.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks,
you
guys.
so much.
Bye.
All right, guys. Well, we hope you enjoyed that different episode. We've definitely never talked about we've mentioned true crime songs before, but we've never actually gone into them.
Yeah,
so.
done like a deep dive into it.
Yeah, it was interesting to do. It's really crazy to see what people write about, and
To say the least.
and Ronnie and Ben are so amazing. They are so funny.
I love them with like more than my entire
This
heart.
could have been like 10 hours and we would have been fun.
Legit.
But I highly recommend, again, that you go listen to Watch What Crappens if you love Bravo and if you love people that are really funny.
Yeah. It's
But
the perfect pair.
yeah.
And in the meantime, we hope you keep listening.
And we hope you
keep
it
weird. But not so weird that you write a song about a murderer because, yeah, like maybe don't do that.
don't do it.
Yeah.
wish you could relive the most meaningful moments in your life? Like that legendary birthday celebration, your first wedding anniversary, or the day you got your diploma. You can't turn back time, but you can revisit those memories with a Hallmark card. When you give a Hallmark card, you give a reminder of the relationships, emotions, and moments that make up their big, meaningful, magical life. So make the moment last. Make it a Hallmark card. Shop at Hallmark.com or wherever Hallmark cards are sold.
I'm Lindsay, and even before my diagnosis, my hands were full as a mom and an investigator. After treating my HR-positive, HER2-negative early breast cancer, I wanted to do everything I could to try to keep it from coming back. So I talked to my doctor about a treatment plan that included Kisqali.
Kisqali ribociclib 200 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative, stage 2 or 3 early breast cancer with a high risk of coming back. Kisqali may cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in serious infections. Life-threatening lung problems and abnormal heartbeats can occur. Your doctor should test your heart and blood before and during treatment. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening cough, chest pain, or dizziness. Before taking Kisqali, tell your doctor all your medical conditions, medicines you take, and if you're breastfeeding, pregnant, or planning to be, as it can harm an unborn baby. Common side effects include nausea, headache, and tiredness. Lindsay is a real patient, compensated for her time.
Learn more at Kisqali.com.